Alright, so I'm going to talk about a few controversial takes on the CC program that I've been told lately. By CC, I specifically mean content creator, or more accurately, any Gaijin partner for War Thunder Mobile. Here's what the claim says. Content creator program needs to be fixed. Why? Because this CC uses my thumbnail, and another 3 CCs never ever pay for anything on War Thunder Mobile, but just request vehicles that they get for free and permanent. In exchange for that, a 10-minute video. After that, they will never play that platoon ever again. There are multiple content creators that don't abuse the system and only request one game mode's rewards or older platoons. But this content creator, again, with my image, asks for vehicles from all 3 game modes and old vehicles for free, which is part of the rewards from the program. The devs should give CC just a 7-day trial period. This person then later corrected themselves and said up to about 20, of platoons and vehicles instead of it being given to them for free or permanent. We will come back to this idea later. The rest is fine. You get other content creator rewards and one top tier platoon for a video. It is not fair for people that have paid or free to play players who keep demand for a fix to this, being extremely few people that are free to play and do actively complain about this. Meanwhile, content creators just get everything for free. Let the content creator work for it, gamble in medium and big crate, and buy the Platinum Wolf platoon and vehicles. Now, I had initial concerns when this person wrote this, so I responded giving some of my opinion on it, which they then followed up with this. I did not state any specific names, though included this CC and my image, again, referring it to being exactly me. The image is just a reference. If you got offended, then it is your fault. Quote-unquote Shiba can be used for anything, referring to my profile image, and then claiming that I should trademark my name and my profile. Mind you, the individual is not referring to trademark, but copyright. I have owned copyright since this image's creation back in August of 2021. The individual goes on to say, your name, Doge, and Shiba is basically a copy of Elon Musk department in US and CryptoCoin, which is a completely irrelevant point because, number 1, my profile and image were made before the Department of Government Efficiency, and Dogecoin in its creation, number 2, has nothing to do with Elon, as it was made in 2013 by Jackson Palmer and Billy Marcus. Here are other Gaijin partner misconceptions. CCs have plenty of money to buy a $60 platoon every single month, not to mention aviation and naval, which would be additional cost. This claim is certainly not true for all of us. I myself do not have a current stable income system, so I would not be able to purchase any of the platoons. Not to mention, I pride myself in not having purchased a digital item for any game, and getting into the creator program was a nice way to get both the items and being able to share knowledge on it with the general community. It is said getting a platoon for only a week is good. I full-heartedly disagree with this. Back when the Merkava Mark IIB came out for a seasonal offer return, I made a video on it again. Here's how I see it. If we are only allowed to have it for 1 week, we cannot try it against the newer meta. Even if this goes up to 20 days, that's not really giving us a whole lot of time to work with. For example, back when I got the 2AV platoon, we did not have the Bishma, Moderna, and Al-Khalid in the game. If I wanted to try the 2AV against the new Moderna Swarm that we currently have, due to how this event has been giving out keys a lot, I wouldn't be able to. The inability to update content would deceive players into thinking that older content is still as good as it was back then. I would not be able to redo content on the 2AV, showing you how it plays against a Moderna, showing you how it plays against a Al-Khalid, and you would be thinking that it's just as good as it was back then. Though realistically, it's probably not going to be as good because you're going up against these stronger enemies. They may feel cheated then if they purchase it and it doesn't live up to the standards they want, which players who feel cheated like that will often ask for a refund, which is both something Gaijin doesn't want and of course the player doesn't want if they've hyped themselves up enough to actually buy it. There was a claim that says I don't redo content on older platoons, which we more or less just talked about. I want to add to that, I did also stream a lot, and during said streams I would review content. I don't currently stream, but I plan on getting back into it when temperatures cool down. I may not make videos on every single platoon, but typically during those live streams I could cover whatever vehicles people want me to do in real time and give them a review in real time. If we do not have the platoons after the 20-day time period, we cannot do any further content on it. We can't give a more realistic review down the road. We wouldn't have that option with it being taken away, and that is a severe issue in my eyes. Finally, the claim anyone can use a Shiba when referring to an image I own full copyright of. Yes, anyone can use a Shiba, however, that specific image has been in my ownership since 2021. I personally commissioned an artist to make the image for me, and the artist has given me full permission to use it. This should be respected. Not to mention, making content on the game is me advertising it. They essentially pay me through the program by the items I'm given. For them to take it away from me after a 7 or 20 day period would be them stealing their own content from a creator, losing the amount of free advertising that they would have. This is both bad for them and me. The same individual has purchased multiple platoons while making these complaints. I have stated this time and time again, if spending money on the game puts you in a rough financial position, it's probably not best to continue purchasing items on said game. In my personal opinion, forcing creators to pay for the content that they make on the game is wildly unhelpful for both the game's growth and the general community because they won't have as much information on the items. As a creator, I spend time and effort to make content on the items that Gaijin introduces to the game. To take away the ability to make content on said items then removes the ability to make videos on it because you don't even have the content. Cause and effect. Again, this is how they pay me for making informational content on paid items in the game. Having access to a way to give out that information to players without them having to buy it first is highly important in my opinion, and I'm sure that there are other CCs that also agree with that. We try to push out our videos as soon as we can so that you guys can get an educated decision on whether or not this platoon is worth it to purchase. Also, to join the program, it takes 500 subscribers and 1K views per video for a month for YouTube. Upon choosing to take on this challenge, it took me 6 months to get into the program. It is a difficult task, however, anyone can end up doing it. So claiming that content creators should get their items removed from the game, which is their payment, it doesn't really make any sense to me at all. For Gaijin to give us content to work with, they are giving us the opportunity to spread that information to as many people as possible. I myself often will take requests from my comments section and then play those so people get an informed decision on it. Just like earlier today where I did a video where I played the T-72A hold down, it was specifically because someone asked for it. With Gaijin giving me the Platinum Wolf platoons, I can give people an educated understanding of how that platoon works and if it's worth it in their eyes to get it. By taking it away, you are removing that right for us to make content on it and removing the right for people to get general education, which is very important. I understand that for the PC players, their whole deal with how long they get to use the vehicles, etc. is completely different, but it should be understood that War Thunder Mobile is a separate game and therefore operates differently. Therefore, it should not be the exact same between the War Thunder PC content creators and the War Thunder Mobile content creators. I am very sure of you, I am not the only content creator that's being attacked here. There are people claiming this goes for multiple other CCs as well. This was just merely my stance on it. Just a note to kind of end the video, please do not verbally or physically attack anyone with counterpoints or people who have held these opinions either virtually or in person. This is an open community where people can have their own respective opinions. Thank you. If y'all have more questions or stuff like that about the content creator program, feel free to leave a comment and I'll respond to it. That's all for now. Thank you guys so much for watching and I'll see you guys in the next one.